During the American Revolution, the Continental Army had many weaknesses, like a lack of gunpowder and soldiers, but they also had strengths, like their patriotism for their cause and having George Washington as a leader. The British also had strengths and weaknesses. For starters, the British had significantly higher numbers of men to fight the war, and they were also much better trained. But they also had weaknesses. The entire ocean stood between the king and parliament and the troops that were actually fighting, which made strategizing much harder. The British people also did not want to fund the war, and thought they should let the colonies be free. The Declaration of Independence motivated the colonists to rise and fight against the British with the goals of achieving independence and freedom. It told Parliament how they were being treated unfairly and why they should have independence. The writings of Thomas Paine, like Common Sense and The Crisis, influenced the morale of the troops just like the Declaration of Independence did. It told the people how unfairly the king and Parliament were treating them, and how they should break free from the tyranny of the king. Thomas Paine's new pamphlet, The Crisis, was read by George Washington when they were crossing the Delaware River to attack the British in Trenton, which helped to boost the morale of the troops by giving them hope and a reason to fight for.
Fight freedom if you join us! That's our chance, brothers! Come on! Hooray!
African Americans also had huge roles in both sides of the American Revolution. The British would grant slaves freedom if they ran away and fought for them. Many slaves hoped to be freed and joined the British Army and helped to fight and navigate the land.
Come with me.
On the other hand, African Americans fought against the British at Lexington, Concord, and Bunker Hill, and later in the war, when the Continental Army were low on men, they also let African Americans join the war. One cold night, Washington and his troops crossed the Delaware River to surprise attack British soldiers who were sleeping peacefully in the town of Trenton, New Jersey. The British didn't see it coming, so the Americans were able to take over 800 prisoners. The victory at Trenton helped to boost the morale of soldiers and civilians fighting for America, and it convinced General Howe of the British Army that it would take more than just capturing a couple cities to win the war against the Americans.
Here at Plain Friends, General Washington struck at Trenton on Christmas night and routed the Hessians. And now at Princeton, our boys have bested the Redcoats again!
Most Americans were starting to give up and lose hope in the war. But when the troops won in Trenton and Princeton and took many British prisoners, it helped Americans to believe there might be a chance for them. George Washington realized that it was better if he changed his war strategy from trying to defeat the British in one big battle versus trying to tire them out and changing to being defensive.
Major, your sword.
You have it, sir. We are finished.
British lay down their arms at Saratoga. Victory for the Continental Army.
And France stands with us.
Together we'll win our freedom.
Before the Battle of Saratoga, most of the world believed that the American cause was hopeless. But after the British surrender, it showed that the Americans could stand up to the British Army and win. After the victory, France came into the war as an ally to America and helped send supplies, food, and soldiers to help the war.
Present!
During the war, Baron Frederick von Steuben helped Washington train the army, and Marquis de Lafayette supported them by purchasing supplies such as warm clothing. These contributions made by foreigners greatly impacted the American cause and helped to win the war.
Take that road. Make them think we're heading south. Move quickly.
Which way now, sir?
It's near set.
The Americans employed tactics against the British in the southern colonies by sending British troops through the south and in a futile pursuit. They also set traps for Cornwallis. They used spies to tell Washington about approaching British reinforcements, and the French helped to seal off Chesapeake Bay. Along with that, the guerrillas also planned surprise attacks on the British. The French contributed to the Battle of Yorktown by using ships to seal off Chesapeake Bay and cut Cornwallis off from the British Navy, meaning the British troops couldn't get any rescue from sea. France's army joined Washington with over 5,000 French soldiers and 29 warships. They used a spy to tell Washington about approaching British reinforcements.